Hey everybody, welcome to Wright at the Movies. If you're looking for reviews on movies, you've come to the right place. Today I'm talking about Wonder Woman. For anybody who knows me, and for anybody who knows the channel very well, you'll know that I'm a huge DC fan. The DC universe is so very important to me. And I've been looking forward to seeing this whole DC universe bloom and expand and keep going and growing and everything else. But so far the movies have been, let's say, disappointing. There's been reshoots and rewrites and edits and changes, and whole movies have been rooted up and changed completely. And behind the scenes, as well as in front of the scenes, it just feels like a real mess over there at Warner Brothers. And it felt like they're really trying to figure this stuff out. And it's been really awkward and messy so far. And the next chapter was Wonder Woman, and I gotta be honest, I was a little bit worried about it. Not only based on what we've seen so far from DC, but also because of this character and how different she's been over the years and how important she is to different people. There's a lot of stuff running on this character in this movie, and they better not mess it up. And I'm happy to say they didn't. This movie is great. It's probably DC's best movie in close to a decade. Wonder Woman is a revelation, and director Patty Jenkins deserves all the respect. All of the respect and love and praise. Just give it to her. Just give her all of the good vibes. She deserves them. This is incredible.
But the closer you get, the more you see the great darkness within.
This is a character that's as old as Superman and Batman, and she's been around for so long. She's seen so many different changes across the comic book and superhero medium, and this movie represents all the different kinds of Wonder Woman we've seen over the years. This is an origin story mainly, because we haven't ever seen Wonder Woman on screen before, so we definitely needed this reminder. She's growing up on Themyscira, she's growing up with all these awesome warrior women, and she is living there and everything's perfect, and then one day Steve Trevor crashes in his airplane and drags World War I with him. She gets wrapped up in World War I, and she gets wrapped up in the man's world and everything that comes with it. And she has to do something. There's people being killed, and she has to do what she has to do. She feels that call to a hero, and honestly, that's pretty much her only motivation. And that would sound cheesy with any other character or any other interpretation of these characters, but somehow this time it just works. So obviously, she's running around Man's World, a place that she's never ever seen before. And, you know, things happen. Awkward things happen because of it. And seeing her viewpoints on the world, especially in this time period where the world was really clashing and everything was really tense, is really interesting. You know, she's naive, but she is still a great warrior. And there's a lot of different dimensions to a character like that, and I love how well it's represented on screen.
How can a woman possibly fight in this?
Fight? We use our principles.
Gal Gadot is a perfect Wonder Woman, and I was a little bit worried about her casting. She's mainly a model, and she's been in some movies, and so I was a little bit worried about this big, huge role, but she makes it look easy. She perfectly balances everything special about this character and never makes it look cheesy. She's a warrior one second, and she's a beautiful, silly, naive character the next, and it never ever falls apart. She's perfect as this character, and I fell in love with her on screen, and I can't wait to see her in Justice League.
Be careful, Diana.
Who is this woman?
She's my secretary.
Chris Pine as Steve Trevor is also great. He shows up, he does his Chris Pine thing, he basically plays the same character and everything, and he does that here. And seeing him and Gal Gadot work together really is magic. The two of them have really great chemistry, and I loved seeing it. He's got this Indiana Jones meets Captain America kind of vibe, and it really works for the character. Let's see, what else? The cinematography is colorful, the characters are really fun to be with, the editing makes sense, and the story actually has a point. Who would have guessed? Patty Jenkins' directing is really fast-paced and lightning-charged, and it's also still not afraid to slow down for little character moments, which are by far my favorites. She herself states that she's a huge Christopher Reeve Superman fan, and this movie oozes Christopher Reeve. It's so cheesy, it's so over the top, and yet you still believe it because the characters are so well written. Wonder Woman takes the approach of old, classy black and white cinema. It's so nice just to be around this movie. It looks at superheroes the way I always want to look at them, which is larger than life and inspiring and hopeful. This movie just makes you feel so good inside. I can't believe that's so hard for a lot of these movies. Make your superhero super heroic. This is exactly what I've wanted and exactly what I always want in my superhero movies. This not only represents the best of DC, it also represents the best of superheroes, and it's the stuff that I love about big budget, huge superhero blockbusters. Yeah, sure, there's some pacing issues, and the ending does get very DC-ish, very Snyder-esque. But at that point, the rest of the movie fills me up with such good emotion, I really can't fault it for that. This is still a superhero movie with a gigantic budget, and you can sit there and nitpick it to death, or you can just enjoy the overall experience, and the overall experience is wonderful. It's larger than life, it's fun, it's inspiring, and boy oh boy, that's exactly what DC needed. I loved Wonder Woman, and I think you will too. I'm gonna give Wonder Woman 2 thumbs up. Go check it out, watch it again, take all your friends, take your mom, take your grandma, take everybody, go watch Wonder Woman. It needs your money. Did you see Wonder Woman? What did you think? Comment down below. Thanks for watching Right at the Movies. Please remember to like and subscribe, and you can check out another review right there.